Good afternoon, my friends. Still got a hitch in my get along, but I'm starting to be able to stand up straight and walk a little bit further at a time. I did have an MRI done, and they said that I have a disc pressing on my sciatic nerve, and they've scheduled me an appointment with an orthopedic spine doctor to perform an evaluation. But while I've been down, you're not going to believe what Pop and Greg has done. Let me show you. They have been quite busy. Greg processed about 60 pounds of tomatoes and made spaghetti sauce, ketchup, and they processed, Pop and Greg processed about 50 pounds of cucumbers and made bread and butter pickles, sweet relish, spicy dills. So I'm really missing not being able to participate in the festivities of food preservation, but I'm so thankful that they were able to do it for me, because this year is more important than ever that we preserve everything that we can, guys. Tomatoes are still going, as you saw from that video this morning. The cucumbers are still processing. Peppers are starting to come in. We're getting some really nice looking Anaheim peppers that I can't wait to roast up. But let's see, squash. That squash and zucchini in that high tunnel has just gone crazy. And so we are getting heaps of that as well. We'll be eating quite a bit of that this weekend. And certainly hot dogs are on the menu for the weekend for the 4th of July, so we can test out Greg's homemade ketchup and Greg and Pop's homemade sweet relish. Very excited about that. So while I've been down, I've had lots of viewing time, looking at videos and watching the news, and it's not a good situation, guys. We are so divided. We are more divided than ever, and it makes me very sad. Monday we celebrate Independence Day. The 4th of July out here in Texas, or at least in our county and in many of the counties around us, they have totally outlawed fireworks. We have been under a burn ban, but they've outlawed fireworks now, and they did a 60-day declaration, disaster declaration, day before yesterday, and the governor signed it, I believe, last night to extend it through all of next week. As much as we like fireworks like everyone else, we're very thankful that they went ahead and did that, because we are a tinderbox, and we are hoping and praying that our neighbors honor the firework ban, because it could be extremely dangerous out here. And as many of you know, we've already had 2 fires in our area. So I have been able to work remotely, thank the Lord for that as well, because up until day before yesterday, I wasn't even able to stand up straight and certainly not able to walk very far. So I'm expanding my horizons a little bit at a time, but I'm feeling better. I'm not taking any of the prescription drugs. I'm managing it with Aleve, and that's the route I want to go. I don't do good, guys, with prescription painkillers and muscle relaxers. You know, it may make the pain go away for a little bit, but it upsets my whole system. You know, nausea, headache, feeling sluggish, drowsy. So I have weaned myself off of those, and am managing my pain with Aleve. Now, I've had 2 sessions with rehab, and both of them have helped, and they gave me some exercises to do, and I'll continue to do physical therapy for the rest of the month, twice a week. So the weather looks like we're going to be about 103 degrees all next week, guys. It's terribly hot. The tomatoes you saw are still producing, but we don't see any new buds. We're going to try to keep them alive because they are the indeterminate. Indeterminate means that they'll keep on going as long as they're alive, and we think that we'll get another harvest as the weather starts to cool off, maybe in the fall. And I think Greg is going to take some of the suckers off the plants and go ahead and pop them in the ground. So hopefully we'll have a bigger harvest. So we have had heaps of tomatoes, hundreds of pounds probably. We have had heaps of cucumbers, and probably hundreds of pounds, or at least 100 pounds, I should say. And there are more coming in. Ordered my seeds, guys, for the fall. You want to go ahead and get your seeds on order and get ready for your fall garden, because many of that stuff you start in July if you can keep it healthy and alive and irrigated. So go ahead and start looking at your seeds and what varieties and what you want to plant in the fall. And we are praying that we have a better fall than we did last year. It was very dry, and we have just carried that over into this year. Some of the things that will do good here in the heat is okra, which Greg put some okra in the ground a couple of weeks ago, and it's coming up beautifully. The dragon's tongue beans, which are like a green bean, and again, our squash and zucchini continue to prosper. Greg's going to be planting pumpkins. We have some melons coming in, you saw out there, watermelons, and we have some cantaloupes and some kajari melons. So those will be coming to fruition probably in the next couple of days. And let's see, pumpkins. Greg's going to start pumpkins to get ready for October. We love pumpkins anyway, so even if we go past Halloween, we will still enjoy pumpkins as long as we don't get down to freezing. So prices have skyrocketed on everything. I went to order dog food today, and I still cannot get the dog food for our dogs from Chewy. They had it briefly 2 weeks ago, and I didn't get it because I didn't need it at the time. And then I went in to order today, and they were out of stock again, so I did have to order it from Amazon. But guys, it went up $10 a bag. And then their canned food, and we feed them the Merrick chicken, went up $10 a case. So things are exploding. Prices are exploding. We are looking for sales left and right to try to supplement our freezers and our pantry. And as you can see, we are canning everything we can. And you want to try to start planting a fall garden if you haven't already, and see what you can get in the ground and see what you can grow. There's a lot of wonderful, beautiful things you can grow in the fall. You can grow your brassicas, which are your cabbage and your broccoli and your cauliflower and your lettuces and your spinach, chard and kale, all kinds of great things. Start your onions. You're going to want to start some onions, beets, turnips. We'll be planting all of that, the Lord willing, here coming up pretty soon. But first, we are promised a hot week and probably a hot couple of months. We're just hoping that we don't remain dry. So I didn't get to update you. Pop moved into his tiny house Monday before last. I have not been able to get out there to see it, to do a video, but I will. I will do one this weekend since I can walk a little bit further. Isn't that a shame? I've been to my high tunnel 3 times in 2 weeks, and boy, it was a little rough, and I've not been able to get out there to see Pop's house as he's gotten it set up, and so I'm eager to see what's going on back there. But he's been back there. He's adjusting, and so lots of things have gone on these last 2 weeks that I have not really been able to visit with you all, and wanted to let you know how we're doing. Greg is doing well, thank the Lord, and Pop is doing well, thank the Lord. My kids had the V, and they weren't feeling so well, and I kind of went through a little spell in the last week where had some symptoms, so amped up on all my vitamins, and Mucinex was a lifesaver, let me tell you. And so still got a kind of a lingering cough, but praise the Lord, we are pushing through, and I'm starting to see the light at the end of the tunnel, and I'm so very thankful. It's been a rough couple of weeks for me, and I'm looking forward to some downtime this weekend, and just kind of sitting out in the early morning hours and having my coffee and listening to the birds and the locusts, and just trying to enjoy the next 3 days that I have off, and I hope you do too. So I'm going to try to do a couple more videos this weekend. Thank you guys for your patience. Thank you for your love. Thank you for your concern. Thank you for your prayers. I have felt them, and they are working, and praise be to God that he hears our prayers and that he answers, and he certainly has answered yours for me, and I'm so thankful that I have all of you as prayer partners. So I wanted to give you an update and let you know I'm alive. I'm well, pushing through these things, and so thankful again for all of you. You guys be on the lookout. There's some things going on that they're not telling us about. I do know that the United States has sent troops over to Europe, and there's some other kind of shaky and suspicious things going on that makes me a little concerned, but staying in Psalm 91, you should too. But anyway, start paying attention if you're not. I know it's really easy to not want to watch and not want to hear what's going on, because it is very stressful. And but you do need to be aware. You need to be aware of what's happening. And we are praying for our country. We're praying for each of you. And pray hard, guys. But we love you. Thank you for stopping by. If you're new to our channel, I ask that you hit that subscribe button and hit that like button. Share our videos, guys. Take care. God bless. And may God bless America. We need it, guys. See you soon.